Orleans Pelicans after the first half of this game. But I'll tell you what, this has been an exciting game. Both teams have gone on big runs in this game, double-digit runs. They've tied the game briefly for a little while. The Bulls in this game have looked the best when they're getting out in transition is when the Bulls have looked the best. I would assume we're right now tied for leading the team in scoring with 14 points. Right now, he's tied with DeMar DeRozan. Io's 5 for 8 from the field with 7 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, only 1 turnover. DeMar DeRozan's 4 of 9 from the field, 5 of 5 from free throw line, 3 assists, 14 points in this game. Nikola Vucevic with 11.6 rebounds, 1 assist. Coby White, another slow night for Coby. He's 1 of 4 from the field, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, only 3 points. Alex Caruso has 5 points. And then we're looking at Javon Carter, who's actually having a positive game. Javon Carter saw that the Bulls signed a 3-point shooter and said, I'm trying to hold on my job a little bit. He's actually leading the Bulls off the bench in minutes off the bench with 9. Second to that is Andre Drummond with 8. Javon Carter has 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Andre Drummond has 2 points, 4 rebounds. No score yet from Dalen Terry or Julian Phillips. Julian Phillips only played for 2 minutes so far. Terry Taylor's played a lot of minutes this game so far. 7 for him, which is a lot. 2 rebounds, 2 points from him. The only player with a positive plus minus in the first half coming off the bench is Javon Carter. No, I take that back. Julian Phillips has a +3 plus minus as well. But, so listen, the Bulls are down by 3 right now. But here's what I'll say. If you look at the way that the Bulls have played this game, this is a game that the Bulls can win. I think if they lock in defensively, change some things as far as the efficiency on offense, but they're doing really good so far. Points in the paint, the Pelicans are winning 22-20, so not a large margin there. The Bulls are winning the fast break points. We have 9 to their 5. Second chance points, we have 5 to their 4. Where the rebounding battle's tied right now as well. So those things are all kind of even. Right now, the thing that's really creating a lot of difference is the points off turnovers. The Bulls have 7 points off turnovers, whereas the Pelicans have 14 points off turnovers. So let's get that underway. If we can get that kind of reined in a little bit, I think it'll help. But this game's going really well. I like the way this game's going. I don't like the fact that we went on a scoring drought. But again, like I said, we rebounded with that, going on a scoring run. But a little bit more evenness and a little bit more balance from the Chicago Bulls in the second half, I think, could do us wonders. The Pelicans are 11 of 23 from three-point range. We're 8 of 19 for 42%. They shot 47%, so not a large discrepancy there. They do have 9 more points off 3 points than we do, but we'll take that. We also have 9 free throws made to their only 5 free throws made. So, again, a lot of things it's kind of a give and take in some areas of the game. The Bulls have to tighten up. Don't allow the moment to get to them. Like I like it when they get out in fast break, but it feels like at some points they try to start running a little bit too fast, which calls sloppy basketball. You want to push the ball in transition. You want to create those transition opportunities for yourself, but do so with intent, right? Don't get out of control. Don't get out of whack with it. And I think this game can get back in way for the Chicago Bulls a lot. I like the way we're playing for more than what I don't like. We just got to tighten some things up, and I think we'll be okay. See how everybody else is feeling. Anthony Vargas, the Bulls are good. Let's keep it up in the third quarter. I agree with you there. DJ Rice B say Io's hooping. Io is killing it right now. Io is truly coming into his own. Hey, listen, Io right now, and it's great to see it, and I don't mean it as a slight to anybody else, but when Coby isn't able to shoot the ball effectively, Io usually steps up pretty well. And I like the balance between those two players a lot. Shay says this is one of those games where you really understand the value of having Patrick Williams out there because Zion is getting off pause. That's crazy way to word that. That was a crazy way to word that. But yeah, I mean, you can't really say that. He's 4 or 5 from the field. He only has 9 points. Now he does have 7 assists, 4 rebounds in this game. But Brandon Ingram is really the one that's killing us right now. 18 points from Ingram. He's 7 to 10 from the field. So we got to tighten it up. He's double more than any other scorer for the New Orleans Pelicans. So, but if we can tighten that thing up defensively, I think that could definitely help as well. Bro, this team is constructed so badly. We have to land one of these top wings in the draft because we don't have anyone above 6'7" on the roster to play the 4. Well, you said wings and you said play the 4. The 4 isn't considered a wing, right? So do you want a wing or do you want a 4? Those are very different things for football, CF Candy. But I feel you on either way. I mean, I feel you. Is it just me or are we playing at an unusually fast pace? What is the pace right now, the Bulls? Let's see if I can pull that up. Let's look at the advanced stats. It doesn't show the pace, at least not what I'm looking at. But It definitely feels like we're pushing in transition a lot more, though. D Dub says, fun game so far, but these big runs are killing me. Hey, listen, I mean, I feel you, right? You want to see it a little bit. Again, basketball is a game of chess. We got to see how the teams are going to come out and make adjustments, both teams, the Bulls and the Pelicans. And that could really separate some things. Seemed like Coby has cooled down a lot since the beginning of the season. He ain't no longer splashing it from 30 feet. I mean, he is at times. I think he hit a long three last game. After the right going into the right at the end of the first half. But the thing is with Coby is that I think it's a mix of exhaustion. Keep in mind, Coby's playing more minutes, more games, and he has a bigger role than what he has in any other part of his NBA career. Those three things are going to lead to fatigue. And then when you add on top of that, the fact that he is now on the scouting report, defenses are focused on how to get the ball out of Coby's hands. It's making it a little bit tougher. How he adjusts to this is really going to tell how high that ceiling is as like a option on the offensive end of the ball. But I think it's safe to say Coby's going to adjust. He usually, when he has a cold first half like that, he usually has a pretty solid second half. I'm not saying he's gonna blow the world up or anything like that, but it's going to be probably a solid second half. Melvin says, when we're in the playing against teams like the Heat and most importantly the Magic, who has size, it's important to play guys like Terry Taylor and shooters like Batum to see what they can give us. I mean, listen, Batum's not playing right now, and Javon Carter's actually playing good, and that makes sense. Billy Donovan's always going to rely on the vets first if they're playing well, and Javon, this game, playing well defensively and offensively. So we'll see. Let's hope that continues. Javon heard we were talking shit about him, laughing my ass off. Well, just like any Chicagoan, if they hear you talking shit, they're going to try to prove you wrong. Lil Famo says, I just want to ask a question. Why are we signing players that we're not playing? Well, they're already on the team, first of all. So it's not like a new signing, but every team has players on the back end of the bench that they don't play. Let's stop acting like that's a unique to Bulls thing. Every single team, every team in the NBA. It's not if, ands, or buts. Every team in the NBA has players that they don't play for real. Every single team. And the Bulls usually on the back end of that bench are young, unproven players. Now, I would like to see Billy Donovan play them more to develop them, but in close games, playoff atmosphere type games like that, it kind of makes sense when you don't play them. Unfortunately, again, I think you need to play them in other games early on so they can get ready in games like this. But in tight games, it's tough to play those kind of unproven commodities. OTR says this game going to be one of those games where if we lose, it's going to burn a lot because of the fact that this is a very winnable game. I mean, if it burns a lot, bro, they got medication for that. They do. I mean, you can go down there. I don't know if they have Walgreens over where you live, or what they call the pharmacy. You go in there. You tell them you need some of them ointments, bro. You can even go to a witch doctor. There's an African lady who's going to give you a couple of beans, man. You go ahead and take care of them beans, and you'll be all right, bro. I don't listen. If it's burning, something's wrong. Something's wrong, but this definitely would be a game to suck to lose. It would definitely be a suck to lose a game like this, man. Haize, Billy has got to find a way to help Coby going in early in games. I feel like he's barely on the court lately in every first half. Can't Billy scheme something to help him get open? Well, it's easy to say, but I mean, when defenses are focused just on keeping the ball out of your hands, right now teams are like, hey, we'd rather DeMar beat us than let Coby beat us. And it takes time. And like I said, on top of that, the minutes Coby's played this season, I think it's a lot going into more than just Billy Donovan scheming something, personally. They said Batum wasn't going to play. I'm starting to believe it now. I mean, listen, again, I don't know why people are surprised by this. You guys have been watching this team. It's not going to happen. Ingram is picking us apart whenever he drives us to the rim. I wouldn't mind whatever position the player plays, but just get me somebody bigger than 6'7" for this roster next year. Oh, man, might not be terrible idea to play Terry Taylor on Zion. Not huge Terry Taylor fan, but I can see the logic, I guess. I mean, listen, Terry Taylor's giving us some solid minutes out there as well today. I got to give him credit. It goes up and down with Terry Taylor. Sometimes he looks solid out there. Sometimes you be like, why are they playing this fool? But he's playing solidly today. Would be so much better if we just traded Caruso and Drummond, let the young guys play and still be competitive with capital to move around. We wouldn't be competitive if we didn't have Caruso and Drummond. Like, I don't know why people let's just trade Caruso and then let's still be. You don't get to live in both worlds. We're not going to be competitive if you trade both Caruso and Andre Drummond. You're not competitive. At that point, you're looking at what? Playing Terry Taylor as your backup five? Adama Sanogo, which is he's killing it in G League. I'm not saying I'm totally against him getting some minutes to develop, but let's be clear. You're not being competitive if you don't have those two teams. You're not. Is Sonogo that bad? He at least size and build. No, so Sonogo's great. Sonogo's killing it down in the G League. Killing it. I'm loving this Illini IO and what this Javanated. What? Stop trying to invent words, Carter. If the boat ain't rocking, ride it. I mean, listen, man, it's tough right now. It's tough right now. Haize, you talking about burn like you speaking for person? No, I'm speaking from intelligence. Like y'all, I'm sorry if y'all don't look stuff up. If you're not smart enough to understand and have an understanding of the world. Every time somebody knows something, it doesn't mean that they've gone through something. It just means that they're smart enough to be able to they're smart enough to want all the information in the world. I want every bit of information on everything. My brain is a random place of random knowledge about the most crazy things in the world. But no, it's just I'm just smart. That's all that is. The reason why I say I want to see more of the team can do now is because the Magic's game against us have been very close. Having the team shoot well for us definitely help if we can get them going. What do you focus on? Just the Magic? Like what? Okay, against the Magic, who gives a fuck? I'm sorry. Like you don't do something just for one game. Now, don't get me wrong. I want to see the young guys play. But when you're actually trying to win and compete, you're going to put the guys on the floor who are giving you the best opportunity. And with the way that Jevon Carter's playing right now, both defensively and offensively, I'm not worried about anybody else right now. I'm calling it right now after the G League season. Adam Sonogo, we don't have an Adam Sonogo down there, will come up and never go back down. He is tough. Bring him up. I mean, there's definitely a possibility, especially if we end up losing Drummond in free agency. There's definitely a possibility that Adama Sonogo does come up and he gets an opportunity to play those backup center minutes. That's definitely a possibility. Javon gonna look at that stat sheet halftime and start pulling up from car park and play hero. Oh my God, the pump fakes are out of this world, bro. No, DJ Rice B. I had to pick up your mama from the clinic the first time when she tried to abort you and you survived the abortion. That's why you look the way you do now. But other than that, I've never really been to the clinic. I mean, I'm sorry for that. I tried to pull out, but your mama was a little too deep. I couldn't get it out the way that I wanted to. And you're here now. It's okay, dog. It's okay. I still love you, son. Haize, I'd be cool with that if we were to a top 4 seed. We're 9th seed. If we need Caruso plus Drummond that badly to stay ahead of the rest of the East, then are we doing at least give up the young guys time to develop? You can do both, but that's Billy Donovan doesn't want to. And no, you still need jettisoning all veterans just to go young is a fool's errand. Then you look like the Detroit Pistons. You need to keep some veterans around that help set the standard. You just do. Bro, Jevon Carter is not going to keep this up. I mean, I'm hopeful, bro. I'm hopeful. Bro, Sanogo's killing it. If both your power forwards are out, at least give him a shot. Well, he's not a power forward. That's part of the problem. You're trying to play him at a position that he will fail in, and then you could absolutely hurt his development in that case. I'm a soldier, bro. Came from the strong. That's hilarious. His mama was too deep where in you, that's wild, Haize. That's wild. No, she's too deep. So you're stupid, LTR. That's what you're saying. You don't understand a woman being, you've never touched a woman before. You don't understand a woman being deep. You don't, the fact that went over your head, bro, like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, you gotta, touch grass somewhere, bro. Like, you gotta get out. Stop being in the basement so much, OTR. Haize, your brain gotta be dark fucking place the way you roast some of these dudes. I tell y'all, it's a dark fucking twisted ass place. The fact that I pull some of this stuff out of nowhere. Reese must not have gotten far enough in school to have the sex ed class. Sure that they're on expiring contracts and Caruso is at the peak of his value. Without them, we have vets on the squad. Without them, we have vets on the squad. Without what vets do we have on the squad without them? DeMar's a chance to walk away. Torrey Craig, yeah, you have Torrey Craig. He can't stay healthy. And again, he's not the caliber of player Alex Caruso is. You're really just trying to make it make sense like you tend to do, CL Football Candy. You try to make things fit your predetermined outcome, and that's why I always cook you. Like, and again, this is a friendly discussion, so don't get me wrong. Like, your points do have merit, but again, as I've told you before, once a team tells you what they're going to do, you keep hoping and dreaming and trying to cook up different scenarios and where they're going to do something they've already told you they're not going to do is foolish, right? It's just foolish. This team looking like the Pistons should be every Bulls fan's worst nightmare. That's crazy. That's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. All right, so I'll be back post-game show. I love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red, y'all. Peace.